Alright, guys. So, if you didn't read the title of this video and clicked on it just because I normally do Pokemon stuff, you may want to click off because today we're doing Digimon Time Strangers card pack. So, um, this one's a little bit different with the unboxing because I'm not doing it based on price. Digimon, most Digimon um, cards aren't really worth a lot. I mean, there's a few that are, but it doesn't have the same following as Pokemon. I mostly do Digimon cards because I actually like Digimon. Um, while I do also like Pokemon, specifically their games, and even more specifically their older games. Um, I like everything about Digimon. So, today we're doing this Time Stranger pack. And this will actually be a two-part video because I actually have two of these packs. I'm gonna do two separate videos to open them because there's just a lot, right? Um, because it is. Because it's 24 packs. Apologies, I was just kind of zoned out there. It's 24 packs, so yeah, it's a lot. Um, now I know some of you may be like, well, you do uh 36 card packs for Pokemon. Yeah, you're not wrong. Um, however, 36 is still a long video versus 224, so 48 would be a ridiculously long video, and I'm not doing that, right? And none of y'all want to sit through that long of a video. I'd lose y'all in like 20 seconds, um, because you'd see Digimon, two, you'd see I'm not necessarily chasing cards, and three, I actually forgot what three was. There was another point there though. Oh, you'd look at how long the video is, and you'd be like, "Yep, nope, not spending this much time watching Digimon. He's not even chasing cards." So yeah, not gonna do that to y'all. It'll be two-part video. Um, that's if you're even still here when you found out it was Digimon. I say that, but I know Digimon actually has a decent following. Um, I joke around about it a lot. Because it's still not as big as Pokemon, but I know they've got a decent following, and they're making a comeback after their Time Strangers game. So hopefully they keep that up. I would love to see a lot more of those games. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and start opening packs. I'm actually getting ready to start on my second playthrough of Digimon Time Strangers, and at the time of recording this, I'll probably have already been through it by the time this is out. This video is uploaded, but you know, starting my second playthrough. Well, I'm actually waiting just a little bit longer because I'm trying to wait for the third DLC to drop and get the third DLC Ragebon. That's a dope card though. That Ragebon. Oh, yeah. But yeah, waiting for the third DLC to drop so I can get all the DLC Digimon before I start my second playthrough. Still kind of sad that Pulsemon didn't get added into it. Pulsemon's my boy. Don't get me wrong, I love the old uh Revivamon. Don't get me wrong, I love the old Digimon. But it's one of those that I also still like the new Digimon too, versus where Pokemon I feel like they kind of dropped off. I don't really like a lot of their newer designs. But Digimon I like both new and old. So yeah, Pulsemon's my boy. But he didn't get added, but hopefully he's in there by the next game. I know he came out after they had already started developing the game. So it's kind of expected that he wasn't in it, but I was hoping they'd add him in as a DLC. And I mean, they still could. Um, they have the option to do multiple DLCs, I'm sure. I guarantee. Ooh, an X antibody of Diabormon. Super dope. Um, I'm sure people, Digimon heads, especially like me, would buy the multiple DLCs. But I do kind of hope that they don't just start focusing on all kinds of DLCs. And Skull Bottom. Uh, Owen Dreadnought. Start focusing on just all kinds of DLCs and stop releasing or focusing on new games as well, because like I would love to see more DLCs content for Time Stranger, especially adding in like some of the Digimon from uh that line that never really got their own thing. Like they had the Vita bracelet, like the Pulsemon line, like they had the Vita bracelet, but that was about it. Um, like I think Pulsemon appeared as a side character in one of the mangas, but that's about it. They haven't had an appearance in a game or an anime. Or ooh, Creepymon X antibodies too. Um, Why am I getting all the evil X antibodies? Well, if they're gonna give me all the evil X antibodies, I wish they would give me I'll think of his name here in a while. I'm brain farting. I also didn't really sleep much last night, though, so, you know, there's that. I do have an excuse to be brain farting. Belfamon. That's his name. Belfamon X antibodies. I don't believe he's even in this pack, though, sadly. He was in one of the packs I opened a while back, but I didn't end up pulling him. I was kind of sad about that because Belfamon's definitely one of my boys that I play with in almost every game that he's in, at least. And I was really hoping he'd get XA bodies in the DLC too. But yeah, because like they never purely got their own manga, they never got their own anime. The that whole um, that whole group that was dropped for the Vita bracelet just never got their own anything, and that kind of saddens me because they're some of my favorites. Favorite new ones, new Digimon. So that was a big sad panda, super sad panda face. Aegismon and Minervamon. Mm. But yeah, like the five supreme beast that were in Digimon Survive, Feng Longmon, and all them. I was really hoping that they were gonna get added into a DLC for Time Strangers as well. And like I said, it could still happen. I would love to see DLC Digimon added and DLC story added to Time Strangers, but I'd love to see it as like a side project where they're still working on new mainstream uh Megadramon, new mainstream games as well, because I don't want them to just I don't want that to be the slowdown that causes it to be another 6 or 8 years or whatever it is before we get another Digimon story like game, uh, like Time Strangers or Hacker's Memory or Cyber Sleuth. Elecmon and Sharkmon looking dope. I'm hoping the Digimon community will continue to grow the more they keep doing with the better stuff like this. Skull Cedramon, Master Blipmon, like the new games, the maybe even be able to bring back the card game a little bit more popular than it currently is, because Skull Greymon. Um, that used to be my brother's favorite card, Skull Greymon. Well, favorite Digimon in general. Well, the whole Greymon line was his favorite actually, but you know, Skull Greymon being a part of that, he even liked his alternate evil self. Lanamon. Marukimon. Um, but yeah, so those are things I'd love to see happen with Digimon, and I'm hoping they do. And I'm hoping that even if you are watching this right now and you don't really care about Digimon, um, I'm hoping that maybe I can help change your mind, even just a little bit, or at least get you to look into it a little bit. Though, honestly, if you're watching this, especially still, you probably are already a fan of Digimon. But, you know, on the off chance that you just hung out to see what it was about, one, I'm happy and glad. But two, yeah, maybe I can help get you into it a little bit more. Um, I also really like that Digimon in particular seems to have grown up well with their fans versus Pokemon kind of staying more towards children, whereas Digimon's took an approach where it can still be for kids or new people trying to get into it, but at the same time, um, it feels a little more geared towards their older fans, the more adult fans. And I like that they did that. Granted, I get it. Like, there's a whole few generations out there that are like, that stuff's for kids, you know, that stuff's just for kids. And so, meaning that they shouldn't, I suppose, shouldn't have to or want to um, grow up with their fans and become a little bit more adult title leaning. But times have changed. 9 times out of 10, majority of the people buying Pokemon cards and playing Pokemon games nowadays aren't kids anymore. So, eh, say what you will. I don't care. Pokemon. And Pokemon's just kind of started to feel more like a money trap with the constant paywalls for things, DLCs. Jupitermon. That Jupitermon's super dope. And it's a secret card. Um, all the paywalls and their cards are constantly out of stock because adults are fucking buying. Because adults are buying them like crazy. Uh, just trying to open them and make money. And look, I do it, so I can't say anything, right? But let's be honest here. It happens. So if you're saying, "Oh well, all this stuff should be for kids," then stop buying it. Stop going out. Because I'm not saying it should be for kids. So if you're one of the people saying that, stop going to buy these Pokemon cards and stuff just to try and make a buck or make videos or whatever. Just saying. Sylphimon. Alright, so that does it for our first box of Time Strangers and does it for this first part of the video. I'm going to probably record the second one tomorrow after I've tried to get a little bit of sleep. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully y'all get into Digimon if you're not already, and if you are, dope, that's cool. Love you for it. And yeah, if you want to keep seeing stuff, like and subscribe. Other than that, peace out.